Let me ask you a question. Let's say that there was a matriarchy, and this matriarchy was the most peaceful matriarchy that ever existed. However, there was another tribe, and this tribe was a patriarchy. And this tribe was belligerent, and they were interested in your territory. They wanted to conquer your territory. Wouldn't you have to have some sort of defensive force? Even if you were not like interested in going to war, you would have to maintain a military?
My question is, who's leading the person who's invading? Is it a man?
Yeah,
Probably.
sure. I'll say it's a man. Yeah.
So if it was a woman, I don't think they'd invade.
You don't think they would?
No, I don't.
That's interesting. So you just think women are less violent, or?
Yes.
Can I ask you a question related to this, bringing it back to dating and relationships, I guess. How could this actually be the case if, for example, if we look at homosexual relationships? So if you look at lesbian relationships, the incidence of violence in lesbian relationships is highest. So it goes like this: lesbian relationships, highest levels of domestic violence. You look at heterosexual relationships, they're in the middle, and then you look at gay homosexual homosexual relationships, the incidence of domestic violence is the lowest when you have two men. Mm-hmm. It's medium, well, in this scale, it's medium when there's a man and a woman, and the incidence of domestic violence is the highest when you have two women. How could it possibly be the case then, when you have two women who are conceivably more peaceable than men are? How could it then be the case that the incidence of violence is higher in lesbian relationships?
Well, first of all, I'd love to see that article. Second of all,
it's on Wikipedia.
Second of all, I think women would be more likely to report it if it's with a woman rather than a man. They're scared of actual death when they're being abused by a man, and they're less likely to report it. And I think gay men, I've never seen this article. I've never seen these stats.
Right? They're still men.
Yeah.
And your position is that men are more violent than women.
Well, gay men aren't in positions of power.
Also,
so
what do you think about the statistics? What do you think about the fact that women are more likely to commit infanticide? So infanticide. They're more likely to kill their children.
Oh. Well, men do that too.
I agree. Yes, men do that too.
Women.
But women are more likely to kill their children.
You mean abortion or post-birth?
I'm not even talking about abortion. I'm talking about a birth.
Post-birth, killing their child.
Correct. Women are more likely to kill their children.
Well, men are more likely to leave. I don't know what your point is.